Hello, I'm WadiX.
And I'm Mako.
Welcome to the Critical Ops community stream. Those of you that are veterans, welcome back. And in case you are new, this is the place to go where we go all in, all in. I'm telling you, all in into the Critical Ops news, updates, and things happening all around. So we have a chance to be able to hang out here. We have some questions to be asked and answered, and we get to play some games. And of course, we also have some giveaways. So, welcome.
Yeah. Also, if you have not already followed us on social medias, where you can stay up to date for about everything that we do, all the news, everything, you can tune into our Discord. That's Critical Ops. Also, our Facebook, which is Critical Ops Game, Reddit, Critical Ops Game as well, Twitter, Critical Ops Game. We also have an esports Twitter, especially for our tournaments and all things that are esports related. That's COps underscore esports, and also Instagram account Critical Ops Game. Also, remember, if you want to join us today in viewer games, you must be in at least in the latest, sorry, in the latest 1.23 version of the game.
Yes, 1.23 in order for you guys to play with us. So if you're in earlier updates, you won't be able to play. And yeah, we're excited to be back. It's been we haven't seen you guys since last year. So
It's been a long time.
yeah, it's been a while. So, but we're back here, and yeah, I guess let's get started to start talking about what's been going on. I guess first up, to let everyone that may be a content creator know that the influencer program 3.0 is now complete. Applications are now back up on our website. So if you are a content creator that makes great critical ops content, be sure to head over and apply over at criticalopsgame.com/influencer. And please keep in mind that the space is limited. So in case you don't get in, don't be discouraged. Please do apply again in the future. So, yep, go ahead and look for that and apply. But I guess one important thing that's coming up that has been happening and coming up this weekend is the circuit. Yes, we are back for Circuit Season 2. Man,
I'm excited.
yes, we've been working really hard with collaboration with Compact Esports and Geyser to bring this exciting league, I guess you would say, back. And we're back for Season 2. And yeah, I mean, we built this whole competitive circuit to have the teams build their chemistry and for to build chemistry of the current and the future competitive teams. So the circuit we usually have it planned to have twice a year, and then with a duration of 3 months per season, and then to provide their the players regular competition, I guess you would say, throughout the year. So uh, keep a lookout for what we have planned for this year. But let's talk about it a bit. What's what's going on? What's the prize pool like? What's the format? Maybe jump into format. What's yeah? Let me get over here. All right. You want to talk about the how the format is?
Uh, sure. Can you get a picture of the format in the screen, or should I just go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah. So the whole format, the whole thing about circuit is that it's just or it's not just a 1 day small tournament, your everyday tournament. No, it is actually a bigger construction of multiple events where you can actually win money, not just from the finals. You can also win actual money like in real life cash, dollars, cash money, whatever you call it. You can actually win some of that from the smaller main tournaments as well. So we start the event by having 2 qualifiers. Both qualifiers are for 64 teams, I believe.
Up to
Correct me if I'm
128. Up to 128. Yes.
okay. Okay, yes. So we start with a qualifier, 128 teams, and from that qualifier, top 16 teams go to the first main tournament. That main tournament will be streamed. We will be streaming that main tournament on our esports or Crickleops esports YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that main tournament, the top 8 teams advance straight into the main tournament 2, and the other 8 teams are picked from qualifier 2, which happens on the next month. I'm really bad at explaining this, but I hope the picture really helps.
Yes.
Then from that second main tournament, which is also there's 16 teams in the second main tournament. Blah 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 blah. Total blackout. Well, yes. So there's main tournament 1, main tournament 2. Both have 16 teams. You get points depending on where you place in the tournament, and depending on those points, the top 4 teams that have the most points will be in the final tournament on the 3rd month. And the final tournament is something amazing.
Yes.
It, like the last season main tournament, final tournament was totally amazing. Amazing teams. It was just beautiful to see how these amazing players are playing our game. And I cannot be more excited for this. Also, this happens on Europe, North America, and South America servers. So there's actually like 3 different circuits, I would say.
Yeah.
There's one circuit for each region.
Well, let's talk about the prizes. It's a $15,000 combined prize pool. Each main tournament, you're able to get the first place 500 and second place 250 in just cash, like you said, and then we also have in-game prizes that they can win. But the final tournament, like you said, is the more bigger one where the top 4 teams of each region gets to compete from the first 2 months, and they compete for the first place prize of $2,000. You get this awesome unique circuit skin, season 2, and of course some more in-game prizes. But yeah, qualifiers actually happened for this month last week, and later on today there's actually the round of 16 going on tomorrow, round of 8, and of course mark your calendars for this Saturday and Sunday. Well, we will be broadcasting that live on our esports YouTube account, so make sure you go ahead and come and watch it with us. But it's okay if in case you did miss the first month, which is this month, you can sign up still next month. So the sign-ups will begin the 23rd of February for Europe and North America, and South America March 2nd is when the sign-ups will happen. Will start as well. So more information, you can go to compactesports.com, or you can go to our website, criticalops.com. In the news section, you'll see the circuit information there. There's eligibility information, rules, and a quick breakdown of just the whole competition itself. So definitely check that out and join us this weekend. But yeah,
I'm super excited for the games. I can't wait to watch them.
Yeah. Oof. It's a lot of planning, and it's always really exciting for it to happen. And yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about it because it is a huge deal. We are, I believe, we are a competitive game, and I think it's pretty important for us to have these competitions. So I hope that some of you guys will want to enter and join a team and jump into these as well. And we did do Rumble before, which is more of the fun types of tournaments. We will be continuing that this year, and most likely you'll see I guess yours truly here and Mako here casting together. It's always pretty fun. But
Yep.
anyways, um, let's talk about let's get into the updates, the game news that's happening as well. And this time, in order to talk about the game news, we have a special guest. We would like to welcome Zenklar, senior game designer, back to the stream to talk about this update. Welcome back.
Hey, yeah, good to be.
Hey, there
Good
he
to be
is.
here. Good to be here.
Yeah. But yeah,
So yeah, I
Go
can
ahead.
introduce myself first quickly
Yes.
for those who might not know me. So yeah, I'm Jonas, the senior game designer at Critical Force. We work together with the design team to come up with all kinds of features for the game. So the different things you see in the game, like case opening, the ranked rewards that we're going to talk about later, the different game modes, weapon balancing, and general user experience things in the game. So yeah, it's the kind of stuff I do with the design team.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
No, definitely, and it's been a pleasure to be able to work with the design team to look at all, not just the new stuff, but the quality of life kind of things inside the game to improve that. So there's been so much work by your team, and thank you so much. I think the community really appreciates that. But I guess without further ado, let's talk about 1.23. So you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So let's talk about the hot topic.
Yeah.
Which is the character movement.
Yes.
So we made changes to address the character movement glitches and improve the overall latency of player movement. That was a major issue with our old system. So the first issue allowed players to get unfair advantage by jumping out of the corner and shooting at other players.
Mhm.
The other player might see the shooter with a small delay. We're talking about tens of milliseconds, but that is like a huge tactical advantage in such a precise game as ours.
Yeah.
And that issue was caused by bugs on the server, which were fixed in this update. The second issue was related to so-called walking through walls exploit, which allowed players to abuse the disconnect and reconnect mechanism to have their character appear to be walking through walls. In reality, though, nobody was actually walking through walls. It just looked like the character was moved through a wall because the server did not reset the character position when someone disconnects and then reconnects back to the game.
Yeah.
So after they walk to the behind the wall in a disconnected state, then when they reconnect back to the game, they kind of like appear on the other side of the wall. So yeah, there was actually no walking through walls. It was just an exploit of like slightly broken mechanism, I would say. But as of this update, both of these issues are fixed and they should not appear again. If they do, please let us know.
Yeah, it was really important for us to tackle this. Especially like you said, a millisecond in our game it's huge. So we wanted to make sure before we did have circuit, for example, any kind of tournaments that we do get this resolved. But yeah, I mean, besides that, I mean besides the glitches being resolved now, again, like Mako said, if you do experience anything, just do let us know. And we have users talking about maybe some sort of like experience that they may have, like rubber banding or whatever it is. If you share more information with us, constructive feedback, I guess you would say, it does help us to be able to tackle the situation head on. So again, when you report any kind of bugs, when you talk about things, please don't say this doesn't work because it doesn't really help us. But for us to in order for us to fix something, you guys, it helps us to be able to understand what it is. We have to reproduce it. We have to be able to see how it's this issue occurs, and then we need to be able to solve it. And as you know, it's not just one device. There's multiple different devices. Some of you guys are on iOS. Some of you guys are Android. So just to kind of let you guys know a little bit more about the process of doing things. It really helps when you guys give constructive feedback, so we are able to jump onto any kind of problems that there may be. But yeah, anything you guys want to add to that? Yeah. Well,
not really. You pretty much covered
everything.
So I mean, I guess you guys can feel free later on the community. We have a Q&A session a little bit later after we talk about some of the news and updates going on. But yeah, feel free to ask us later. So the next thing, I guess, the new free-for-all gun game. We have been talking about this for quite some time. It's not out in your device right now, but I guess sometime soon. Ever since I joined the CF, I've always wanted to see this gun game, not just team gun game, but like gun game where you can just shoot anyone that you see and then battle it out to see who will be the best in the game.
Yeah. So basically, since the introduction of Skull Hunter, so our free-for-all game mode, and the duo version that we made, basically allowed us to create this free-for-all gun game now. And we wanted to really kind of push the limits of what the game mode used to be and add like 15 players to it, add more levels. So you actually have to go through every single gun one at a time, and then finally finish off with the knife kill at the end. So that's going to be interesting to see how it plays, and kind of continues this our work on new different kind of game modes and trying to experiment more with them as well. So hopefully that will be something fun for everyone. And as what he said, the game mode is not out yet, even though in the notes we were mentioning that it will be out pretty much soon as the release and the event goes. We are working on it still, and it will be hopefully coming up live next week.
Yep. And again, it's because of all the work that you and your team is doing. You're unleashing these multiple possibilities of different types of modes in the game. So this is really exciting for us. I'm sure the community as well. You can maybe we'll see a different type of mode later on down the line. But I mean, yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's been something that's been really fun and interesting to explore and see like what kind of things we are able to do now. I think some might have noticed a little teaser about the bomb reworks that have been going on, that there will be ways for using the bomb more, let's say, creatively in the future game modes. So that's all something fun we are able to do now as well.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get back to game modes because there's so more to talk about game modes. But let's talk about the kill medals. So let me bring this up to the screen for you.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So kill medals, or something that indicates accomplishment on your kill, is something that I personally have seen ever since I joined the company. Like, players are asking, "Oh, when are you going to add to the kill feed that you killed someone through the wall?" Or when are you gonna add that, and when are you gonna add this, and etc., etc. So we're stepping towards it right now. We did add 4 new kill medals to the game. So just a basic kill medal. Every time you get a kill, you get a medal. Like, hey, you got this. You got a kill. Good job, man. We also added a knife kill medal. So now you can actually see that, okay, I did something even better than a regular kill. I killed someone with a knife. That's admirable, especially in a ranked game. And that's kind of those like a bit of a BM moments that you can assert dominance on the enemy, I would say.
Wow.
Also, a backstab medal for those sneaky ninjas somewhere over there. And also, last but not the least, a wall bang medal. So you can actually see that, okay, even if you shoot through a smoke and there's a penetrable wall behind the smoke, and then behind that wall is someone, so you can actually see that, oh, that was not only killed through a smoke, but also to a penetrable wall, which is kind of amazing. So yeah, I mean, we're stepping towards those pretty cool kill medals that you have all been asking.
Yep. And talking about constructive feedback, I remember when we started to have, we moved the location of where you get the actual kill medals, right? And it was actually on the bottom of the screen before. And yeah, some people were like, no, you can't put it there. It's going to block my view. And, you know, after we got multiple feedback, now you're able to move it in the HUD that you have, that when you control, like you can change the controls of your like your movement and everything. You can change where the location of the kill medals is. So we are listening, but it again, it helps if you give us good feedback so we can actually work on it. But
yeah, that was something that was really, like, we were kind of planning on it already,
yeah,
but we kind of fast laned that feature in itself, like completed it faster and put it out so that people are able to move it around. And also, like, the whole system for the kill medals is like, it's a new system that we are able to now use to hopefully create more cool stuff in the future as well. So keep those cool no scope and other ideas coming, because we might just pick them up. So
yeah, and I want to add to that, like, I really want to, I don't know what's the word, but like emphasize. Yes, thank you, my brain, for getting words. I want to emphasize that, like, the actual feedback that you give us, the more information the feedback has, the better. Like, the more precise information about the feature, about a bug, about anything you can give us, the better. If we don't know what you're trying to say with your bug report or with your feedback suggestion, we cannot really grasp that idea, and we cannot really do anything about it. So if you want to give us feedback, please add everything you think would be like important for us to know about the feature or the bug.
Yep, exactly. So again, I'm pretty sure we'll come back to this topic again. I'm pretty sure some people will ask about different things, but yes, more details, more better. in short, but yes, the rewind event talking about now is here. This the update rolled out, 1.23 update rolled out this Monday, and along with the rewind event. And yeah, this is actually one of my favorite events because it's kind of like all the events in one. So it's huge. Yes, you get to, you know, be able to get something maybe you didn't get, and the other events. It's a great throwback, I guess you would say, to everything from before. And again, it just kind of goes back to later on what we'll talk about, the game modes, which is actually really cool that you guys thought about of making it happen. But I guess let's kind of go into the game to kind of take a look at what is in the rewind, I guess you would say. Yeah. So, all right, here we are. It worked. But yeah, there's gloves, there's animations, and other tier
So
different
much
types of
stuff.
guns from all different kind of events. So yeah, very exciting. And I guess since we're talking about game modes, with like the past, right? So you guys did something awesome. Not only did you bring back the game modes, but you guys did some twists, I guess you would say, to it, right?
Yeah, you could say that. So as many of you have noticed, the main menu has not just the rewind background, but also the changing backgrounds of the previous events that we've had during last year. And what we wanted to do is also kind of like bring that into the game modes. So every week there's going to be a different game mode. We started off with Defend, and things are not exactly how it used to be. So it's a little bit new for everyone still. In Defend, for example, you'll be able to play with actually regular guns, and the objective of the game mode has changed a little. So there's no more kill count. It's all about the bomb, like defend or plant. That's it. And you're going to be seeing these same kind of things happening with the other game modes that are as well coming up. Gonna keep it still a little bit low key on what those are. You'll just have to go and check back every week to see what game modes are coming. But you might have seen some indications on the trailers that we've released. So it will be a lot of fun to see. And do let us know and give us feedback on how you like them, because that will help us in the future for other event game mode development. So yeah, there's a couple pictures showing.
Yeah.
So we have this really cool filter system that we're really putting into good use now. So
yeah, it's crazy. Like just even adding different some of these filters to the like even the was it the Manhunter? Wait, no, not Manhunter. Survival.
Yeah, it came out in the last Halloween horror event.
Yeah,
and we kind of went nuts with it. So, but that has also been improved in the upcoming ones. So you'll just have to go see what is coming.
Definitely. And I guess one of the last things to talk about is the ranked rewards. There you go. So, I guess this is also something that has been requested for quite some time. Rewards when you rank. So, all you do is you play rank, right? And then you win and you collect rewards. Like, so
that's it in a nutshell.
Yes. It's like talking about it sounds so simple, but this is something that's it wasn't really easy to put in directly, but I guess maybe there's some things worth mentioning about this. That you need to be able to complete each requirement to collect your rewards, and then you can be able to collect the rewards in the next tier. So, of course, you can always see what's preview all the rewards by tapping the information button. But yeah, it's finally something.
This was one of those things that has been requested for a long time, and we've been working on it for quite a while already in terms of like how do we want to bring it into the game, because there are things that like we need to consider in terms of giving a lot of rewards for grindable things, and in ranked it makes a lot of sense because it gets you to play it more, hopefully. And that's one of the things that we've already seen, and we hope that it's going to continue, is more engagement with ranked game mode, so that we get the players into that competitive mindset and trying to improve their game skills and all that. So that's one of those important things, because casual side and custom games are all fun, but in ranked you're supposed to be a little bit more serious and knowledgeable about the game and how the maps play and all that kind of stuff. So we hope that this encourages those more casual players also to try ranked, but also gives something more interesting to as a goal for those who played regularly. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the changes that you guys will be putting into the next season of ranked. And again, like you said, I think you said it perfectly. What we want to do is be able to, I guess, build build that bridge between the casual and the competitive scene, right? Not just the competitive players can play, but also, hey, if you're a casual player that's a little bit more serious, you can also do really well, and you can also compete and earn prizes as well. So I think yeah.
Yeah, and that's really one of those key things. Like we want to emphasize it even more and more in the way we release game modes and do these things. Is that we have like the casual game modes, we have our custom games, which is like you be the creator, you come up with the craziest ideas and game modes, and then there's the ranked side, which is a little bit more of that seriousness, and also hopefully leading up to people signing up for the esport tournaments and stuff. That's really one of those like paths from starting the game and becoming a really good player at it. So we want to really try to emphasize that journey along the way for every player, and that way cater to all the different segments inside our game, which is really important that there's something for everyone to do as well.
Yep. Can't wait.
Also, I would like to add that ranked is not only for like pro players. You don't have to be a professional player to play ranked. Like you get ranked with players that are similar skill level that you are. So it's also like a process of learning in ranked as well. You improve your skills by playing against the same skill level players as you are, and that improves you a lot more than playing casual games against either really high level players or really low level players. So actually I would say that the ranked is the best place to improve your skills in the game.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I'm very happy to also see a lot more of our content creators making tutorials or making some tips and tricks kind of things, so that people can learn how to aim, where to throw utility, and all these different things. So again, I think it's good that we I guess you would say kind of teach or give more knowledge to casual players. So in case that is something, maybe that's something that's not on your mind, you're just like enjoying team deathmatch or something like that, but all of a sudden, hey, there's a lot of excitement actually going into the whole competitive scene. It's like every single second counts, and it's that's why it's so fun to actually our team planning the whole esports and everything, because as we're building this, as we're I guess building the story of all these different players, it's really exciting to see it all unfold. And it's kind of like you're watching like some kind of movie or like some kind of series. Maybe that's even better to say, like what's happening. This team takes the win this time, and then another time there's another team that may destroy them, and what. But yeah, again, we're very excited to work on this in collaboration with the design and development team. But yeah, I guess with that, we can open up the Q&A. So if you have questions or suggestions, we'll do our best to get to them in the chat, and right after, of course, there's going to be some giveaways. So stay tuned. But yes, if you guys, this is the best time actually, since we have Zenklar over here from the design team. Anything related to, I guess, any kind of change in the game, I guess. You can ask.
Quite a lot of topics.
Yes, you can ask in the chat, and great opportunity for him to answer.
I'm trying to look normal here, but my chair has no back support, and this chair is just killing my back right now. It's horrible.
All right, let's get some questions and answers.
Okay, just shoot some questions.
Wow.
Gloves in standard case? Question mark. As far as I know, we want to keep the gloves as a not a super rare item, but a really rare item.
It's a fairly high tier item.
Yes, yes, something that, for example, will not be coming to critical pass because we want to keep them rare. We don't want players to be able to have them like super easily. We want them to have like value in the game actually. Like if you see someone with gloves, you're like, holy, this guy is a real deal.
Well, for us, in terms of saying critical pass, it's more about like how complicated, because they're quite complicated to make compared to anything else in the game. So production takes longer. It has to actually have like seriously a lot more time put into it, and they in itself, like, they're meant to be the kind of cool, rare, more unique item that like you get a few and you change between those. But yeah, we want to keep them rare still, so that's one of the important things.
Okay. Some people have someone says the wall glitching, so if maybe you're still on update 1.22, but please update your game to 1.23. That should be addressed there.
Voice chat. I believe we have answered this question multiple times, but Zenklar, please correct me if I'm saying something something wrong. But you can think about the game the way that whenever you play, whenever you move, you send a package to the server. So if you use voice chat, you're also sending more packages to the server, and this is how the ping is measured in a nutshell. So imagine if you would be using voice chat plus gaming, your like the voice chat you're receiving and what you're sending will increase your ping. Correct, Zenklar?
So yeah, basically it would increase your network demand in a way that low-end devices would really struggle with it, and it doesn't make sense for us to give a feature that's only used by a small part of the community with high-end devices and good internet. So that's one of the reasons why we are not currently thinking about it, because just simply no solutions so far that would allow us to stick into that low-end support that we want to keep. So that's why you don't see a lot of games using that kind of systems and still run on the low-end devices that we are able to. So so far we haven't been thinking about any voice chat developments, and most likely not going to be thinking about it in the near future either.
Yes. Thank you for correcting or
well,
yes.
You said everything about right. So increased network, and that's one of the questions I keep seeing here mentioned, is the rubber banding that's happening with the newest update. That's something that also is because of the increased network demand that the game now has. So if your network connection between the devices, the routers, multiple different points of failure basically is bad, then that causes you to rubber band. As a good example, even a newer device can rubber band if your Wi-Fi router is bad or it has a bad connection with the antennas. So for example, you might be covering your phone's antennas with your hands. That can cause bad connections and the package loss type of situations where you'll start to rubber band. For example, my phone experiences it sometimes as well. So you'll just have to be more aware of your devices and things you're using in order to be like optimal network performance. But that's one of the prices we pay, the kind of like a balancing of having the servers and the network work optimally for everything. And that's one of the reasons why the wall glitch stuff was happening also, is because we had to fix a lot of those kind of things in our side, and that increased network demand now comes at that type of cost. So but we are monitoring it, and we are able to adjust it to our ability once we get some data. So we're always keeping an eye on that one and seeing how the performance is. So far, it's still quite a small amount that's technically getting rubber banding, but every time it happens, it feels bad. So that's one of those things that's like, you never want to see it happen, but once it happens, then it's kind of unavoidable, even though it's just a one quick package that might actually be delayed. So
yeah, I would recommend anyone that try to update to the newest operating system. For example, if you're on iOS, update to, is it 14.3 or 14.4? I think that actually solved the issue for a lot of users, for anyone that was experiencing that. So I would always recommend you to be on the latest update. But again, like Zeklar said, we always kind of like look through and to see what we can do to improve things that we roll out, and if there is constructive feedback of, we can always take that in and discuss about it. So, but yeah, awesome. I think we covered that. That one voice chat we already covered. We just talked about it, so make sure you go back in case you missed it. Voting system sounds interesting. It's a completely new system that needs to be developed. We have talked about that. But I remember some of you guys saying, "Oh, you should have a kick system in ranked." It wouldn't make sense for you to have it ranked. Maybe in a different mode, like diffuse. But again, it doesn't really make sense for us to have that kind of system. Maybe we can use that system for something else, for some kind of voting, so I don't know. Like I said, we did talk about it.
That's one of those kind of like, we get a lot of ideas in terms of how to do things that other games are doing. Voting map stuff and things like that are part of many other games, and for us, it's kind of like we are really committed to developing ranked every season and in a meaningful way. For us, that means like we're trying to address specific pain points that have appeared in the previous seasons and trying to improve it, and then always add something a little bit new. Like the rank rewards was one of those things that we wanted to add something new to hopefully push our ranked engagement and all that forward. And that's something we hope to develop with every season. So there's always going to be some meaningful improvements and hopefully something new, because we do have our event production and other development on terms of like just bug fixes and improving the game in general going on at the same time. So with a team our size, the resources that we have to develop all of these at the same time while operating the game live and making sure things don't crash and burn, that's always a challenge. So that's some of the things that we've been kind of improving a lot. And I think for now we have a really clear plan of like what we want to do, especially for this year, and just keep pushing forward and getting cool new things and stuff for you guys. So won't be saying what kind of things are coming, but there will be some cool things coming.
Yep. Again,
tanks and cars and motorcycles and all that kind of jazz.
Let's go nuts.
Bazookas, miniguns, laser guns, and
they're all dropping April 1st. Yeah, exactly. So
skin trading system, no, it is not coming.
Marketplace like in a specific other game, nope. We've said this many times, and I think we still have to. Apparently,
Yeah.
there are multiple reasons why we don't want to do it, and you can go back to some of our previous live streams where we've explained it.
Probably any of our previous live streams, to be
most likely
to be accurate.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned. Okay, never mind. It flew away.
There's a lot of like new maps coming. Well, that's mostly a question for our level designer and level design team. But I think currently there's been a huge focus on improving the current maps and making everything much better and more up to date and updated. And I think that work is still continuing. So it would be nice once Nigel gets to the stream, so we can have his feedback and hear what's going on with the map team. So I think that's happening next time, most likely, right, Wadi?
Yep. That's the plan, at least. If as long as I guess he's available and and we can get the stream to happen. Yes, he's not hunting ducks. I think someone mentioned about custom crosshair.
Oh, that's that topic again.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's something like we've done a lot of internal testing and development related to the idea, but there are multiple reasons why at the moment we're not focusing on it. One of the things is the crosshair we have in the game is fairly old and would need a new system basically to have customization and settings, and it's a huge it ends up being a huge feature even though it feels like quite small. Not always something that like, oh, why don't you just add like different colors to it and these kind of things. That doesn't mean that it makes sense to add it. Like, think about it in these scenarios where a specific color gives you a advantage over when it's hovering over a player character, for example. You'll see it better. You'll be recognized that you're exactly on top of the torso, for example. So there are things that we want to make sure don't interfere with like gameplay and stuff. And one of those things is like custom shaped crosshairs, for example. So we don't want to do that kind of things hastily, in a sense. And we have a lot of other cool features planned and coming. So that's one of the things that it's not high on our priority.
Okay. I see a lot of questions about Molotovs. I believe we have talked about these as well multiple times. Molotov as like a new kind of utility is something that we also need to think about for a long time. Like, how do our maps or already existing maps work with Molotovs? How should we make the Molotovs? Should they be similar to other games? Should we do something that is more of our